What if I told you? You're dreaming right now? Not as a metaphor. Literally. Have you ever had a dream so vivid, so real, that for a moment, you couldn't tell the difference? You wake up, heart racing, mind disoriented, and for a few seconds, you ask yourself, was that real? Now imagine you never woke up. What if everything you've ever known, your name, your past, even this very moment, part of a dream you haven't realized you're dreaming? Not a metaphor. A literal dream. This isn't a new idea. Some of the brightest minds in science and the oldest spiritual traditions in history have asked the same haunting question. What if this reality isn't real? In the early 2000s, philosopher Nick Bostrom proposed a chilling thought. If advanced civilizations could simulate worlds indistinguishable from reality, then statistically, we're far more likely to be inside one of those simulations than living in the original base reality. Think about that. If future civilizations create billions of simulations, and each one has conscious beings who believe their world is real, the odds that you are in the original, physical universe? Almost zero. Even Elon Musk once said, the chances that we're not in a simulation are 1 in billions. And suddenly, what seemed like a wild sci-fi plot starts to sound eerily plausible. But here's the thing. Thousands of years before computers, before electricity, before even the idea of technology, philosophers in the East were saying something astonishingly similar. In ancient India, there is the concept of Maya, the grand illusion. The world we see? The sounds, the faces, the stories we live by? They're not ultimate reality. They're like a dream, real enough to experience, but not real enough to last. According to Vedanta, beneath the dream of the world lies the Atman, the true self. Eternal. Unchanging. You are not the dream. You are the one having the dream. In Buddhism, too, the world is seen as impermanent and illusory. Not to be rejected, but not to be clung to. Desire and suffering arise when we mistake shadows for solid ground. The Buddha did not teach that life is meaningless. He taught that the meaning lies in awakening. And in China, the Taoist sage Zhuangzi told a story. I dreamt I was a butterfly, joyfully fluttering from flower to flower. But when I woke up, I wondered, was I a man who dreamt of being a butterfly? Or a butterfly now dreaming he is a man? Fast forward to today. Quantum physics tells us that particles don't even exist in a definite state until they are observed. The very fabric of reality behaves differently when we pay attention to it. Like it's waiting to be rendered. As if reality itself only comes alive when consciousness looks its way. And then there's consciousness. This strange, unmeasurable force through which you're hearing these words right now. Scientists still don't understand it. They can't locate where you begin in the brain. It's as if consciousness isn't something inside the simulation, but something that exists beyond it. Like a dreamer, outside the dream. So what do we do with this? If life is a dream, does that mean nothing matters? No. It means everything matters. Because in a dream, every moment is meaningful. Every character you meet, every challenge you face, every emotion you feel, is a message. A symbol. A reflection of the one who is dreaming. And what if that dreamer is you? What if this life is not a trap, but a test? Not a prison, but a puzzle? What if the purpose of the dream is not to escape, but to awaken within it? To become lucid, and live with presence, with clarity, with intention. Right now, you might be sitting in your room, or walking down a street, or lying awake at 3 a.m., headphones on, wondering what this life is really about. Wherever you are, pause. Breathe. Feel the strange wonder of being alive. The quiet mystery behind your eyes. The subtle question always whispering. Is this all there is? Maybe it's not. Maybe this life is the dream before waking. And maybe, just maybe, asking the question is the first step toward waking up. Because once you realize the world is a dream, you're no longer just a character in the story. You become the author. And in that moment, you are free. If this video gave you something to think about, share it with someone who's ready to awaken too. And if this made you question reality even 1%, imagine what we'll explore next. Subscribe, not to follow me, but to follow yourself deeper. There's a whole universe inside you, waiting to be remembered.